Since making his debut in Resident Alien Season 1, Episode 9, Welcome Aliens, Terry O'Quinn's Peter the alien tracker Bach has become a huge part of the irreverent Dramdis story. Quinn is not only one of Resident Alien's greatest sci-fi guest stars, but his arc is also one of the darkest and most fascinating in the entire show. His shocking return at the end of Resident Alien Season 3, while perhaps half expected by the audience, came as a massive surprise to certain residents of Patience, Colorado. With Resident Alien Season 4's confirmation, his legend was able to be continued. Quinn has dipped in and out of the Resident Alien cast since he first entered the fray. However, the more Peter Bach features in the show, the more is learned about his devastating origin story and what drives him to track down extraterrestrials on Earth. Interestingly, the show's approach to fleshing out his character has already resulted in him being temporarily recast for certain key moments. It's a brilliant way to learn about his motivations, but jumping around Peter's timeline can make his arc a little difficult to follow at times. Peter Bach's origin as the alien tracker explained. The alien tracker's backstory is a devastating one. Peter Bach's wife was abducted by Resident Alien's Grey aliens during the couple's younger years. The nefarious extraterrestrials used their time-stopping technology to make the task easier, and neither Peter nor his wife remember the event itself taking place. Instead, Peter's wife, Jenny Bach, Kayla D'Orkson, is shown being pregnant one moment, and then her baby bump is missing seconds later. Peter himself was also abducted at some point, but it's unclear if this was at the same time as his wife and child were taken, or at a later time. Since the loss of his child, Peter and his wife would regularly work out from context that they had been abducted again by the Greys so they could be near their offspring. This was achieved by the Greys implanting chips into the Bachs so they could be tracked and recalled, a common practice among the Grey aliens. Peter eventually adopted the moniker of the alien tracker while searching for the Greys and shared his experiences and knowledge online, which led to the creation of a devoted following of experiencers and alien enthusiasts. Alan Tudyk's Harry Vanderspiegel tore out Peter's chip when they first crossed paths, as he needed alien technology for something he was working on at the time. This resulted in Peter and Harry developing a fractious relationship. Interestingly, Peter's origin story is very similar to that of Ben, Levi Feeler, and Kate, Meredith Hawthorne, as their baby was also taken at the end of Resident Alien Season 2. That being said, Kate's pregnancy wasn't as far along as Jenny's, so the baby's absence was attributed to a false positive on a pregnancy test. The alien tracker shares the same genetic mutation as Max Hawthorne. Peter Bach has a very rare ability. Although Harry and other aliens can change their appearances on a molecular level to blend in with humans, certain Resident Alien characters can still see Harry's real face, as well as through the disguise of other aliens. This is because there is a rare genetic mutation present in a very select group of humans that gives them this ability, and Peter Bach is one of them. The only other character to also have this gene is Judah Pren's Max Hawthorne. Whenever Peter or Max are in a scene with an alien character, they tend to appear in their natural form, but it's unclear if Harry is the first alien, other than the Greys, with whom Peter Bach has come into contact. Bach even accuses Harry of being a Grey when they first meet, which suggests Peter's experience with aliens is actually somewhat limited. However, although he wasn't likely the first person to be exposed to alien life, nor was he the last, and it's incredibly rare that someone with the alien spotting gene would also be taken by the Greys. So, it makes him especially qualified to fill the self-created position of alien tracker as he attempts to find his son. The alien tracker is largely seen as a conspiracy theorist in Resident Alien. Terry O'Quinn's Resident Alien character is only respected in certain circles. Terry O'Quinn speaking into a microphone as Peter Bach in Resident Alien. Although it takes place in a heightened reality, Resident Alien draws a lot of its inspiration from the real world when it comes to the culture around UFO sightings and the general debate about whether aliens exist. In short, because there is so little tangible evidence available to the public, the alien tracker and his fellow experts are often operating with scraps, whispers, and theories. As a result, although Peter Bach is respected and believed in certain circles, he is generally seen as something of a fantasist when outside the context of alien conventions and similar scenarios. Regardless, Peter Bach is still a standout figure in his field for those who wish to learn more about alien life. He may not be regularly approached by reputable organizations, but experiencers and enthusiasts know Peter's name and reputation, and that he is the man to seek out with questions and for more information. This is proven by Deputy Liv Baker, Elizabeth Bowden, summoning Peter to Patience and her reverence for the alien tracker's work. The alien tracker died in Resident Alien Season 2, but was resurrected in Season 3. Peter was shot while protecting his son. Terry O'Quinn dying as the alien tracker in Resident Alien. While helping Harry on a rescue mission to liberate prisoners from a government holding facility, Peter is sadly shot down in action. The moment is made even sadder by the fact that he is briefly reunited with his grown-up son after decades of searching. It's at least discovered that Peter's son, Robert Hutchins, Paul Piaskowski, was raised by the Greys. After being freed, Robert is re-abducted and later encounters Harry again aboard the Greys' massive moon ship at the end of Resident Alien Season 3. Believed to be brain-dead as a result of being shot, Peter Bach's body was kept alive by Linda Hamilton's General McAllister for a very specific purpose: his alien-spotting genetic mutation. His eyesight is harnessed as a weapon to help the government identify aliens in disguise, and Peter's body is augmented with advanced technology with the intention that the cybernetic creation would be under the control of McAllister and her forces. What to expect from the alien tracker in Resident Alien Season 4? Peter will be instrumental in the fight against the Greys. In one of the show's biggest twists, Peter's consciousness returns during a battle in the Season 3 finale, and he flees the scene to seek out Liv for help. With Harry trapped aboard the Greys' ship by Resident Alien Season 4's new villain, the Mantid, the patient's townsfolk will be in dire need of leaders who also have more than surface knowledge of how the Greys operate. Although that could arguably apply to several characters, Peter Bach is the best option and is made even better by his new weaponry. That being said, it remains to be seen just how much Peter has been changed by his experiences, and just how much of his memory has remained intact. If the story's heroes can convince him to fight for them, then they stand a much better chance of winning. With the gentle and understanding Deputy Liv at his side, it seems likely that Peter will opt to join forces with Resident Alien's main cast and continue his mission to not only find his son again but also to take down the Grey aliens.